What if the biggest reason you're not successful yet isn't your money, your education, or your connections? What if the real reason is something happening inside your mind right now? Because history shows us something shocking. Some of the most successful millionaires in the world didn't start with advantages. They didn't start rich. They didn't start powerful. They started at rock bottom. No money, no support, sometimes even homelessness. Yet somehow, they transformed their lives. Not by luck, not by magic, but by making one powerful shift in their mindset. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what that shift is. Because once you understand it, your entire life can change. The problem most people face, most people believe success is about resources. They say things like, I'll start when I have money. I'll start when I feel confident. I'll start when the time is right. But here's the truth. The time is never perfect. And waiting for the perfect moment is the fastest way to stay stuck exactly where you are. Psychologists call this learned helplessness. It's when people believe their situation cannot change, so they stop trying. And slowly, something dangerous happens. Dreams start shrinking. Goals disappear. People stop believing they can do something bigger with their life. But the people who rise from rock bottom don't think like this. They see the exact same problems and respond in a completely different way. A story of rock bottom. Imagine a young man sitting alone in a small apartment. The electricity is about to be shut off. His bank account shows almost zero. Bills are piled on the table. And the worst part? Everyone around him believes he has already failed. Family thinks he should give up. Friends say he should be realistic. Society tells him he needs stability. But that night, something changes. He realizes something powerful. If he is already at the bottom, he has nothing left to lose. And suddenly, fear disappears. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" he asks a different question. What if this is the moment everything changes? That single shift becomes the turning point. Because when people stop fearing failure, they start taking action. And action is where transformation begins. The first mindset shift, responsibility. The first mindset shift successful people make is simple, but extremely difficult. They take complete responsibility for their life. Not partial responsibility, complete responsibility. They stop blaming the economy. They stop blaming their past. They stop blaming other people. Because blaming gives temporary comfort, but it also steals power. When you blame something else for your life, you give that thing control over your future. But the moment you say, "This is my life, and I am responsible for changing it," everything changes. Responsibility is terrifying, but it is also freedom. Because it means your future is not controlled by your past. It is controlled by your actions starting today. The second mindset shift, long-term thinking. Most people want results immediately. They start a business for 2 months. They go to the gym for 3 weeks. They try a new skill for a few days. And when results don't appear instantly, they quit. But millionaires think differently. They play the long game. Instead of asking, "What can I achieve this month?" they ask, "Where could I be in 5 years if I improve every single day?" This mindset is backed by psychology research called compound growth. Small improvements repeated daily eventually create massive results. 1 page of reading every day becomes dozens of books. 1 hour of skill building every day becomes expertise. 1 consistent step every day becomes a completely different life. Success rarely happens overnight, but it always happens through consistency. The third mindset shift, learning instead of losing. Here's a secret most successful people understand. Failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is the path to success. Every entrepreneur fails. Every athlete loses. Every creator struggles. But the difference is how they interpret those moments. Most people say, "I failed. That means I'm not good enough." But successful people say something different. "I failed. That means I learned something valuable." This mindset turns every mistake into progress. Instead of quitting, they improve. Instead of stopping, they adjust. Instead of giving up, they grow stronger. And eventually, all those lessons start compounding. Until one day, everything clicks. The fourth mindset shift, identity. This might be the most powerful shift of all. Successful people don't just change their actions. They change their identity. Instead of saying, "I'm trying to be successful," they say, "I am the kind of person who creates success." Instead of saying, "I'm trying to get disciplined," they say, "I am a disciplined person." Why does this matter? Because humans naturally act in alignment with their identity. If someone believes they are lazy, They behave lazily. If someone believes they are resilient, they keep pushing forward. Your brain constantly asks one silent question: what would a person like me do in this situation? Change the identity, and you change the answer. The practical mindset shift you can start today. So how do you actually apply this mindset? It starts with 3 simple habits. First, control your input. What you watch, read, and listen to shapes your thinking. If you constantly consume negativity, your mind will believe the world is hopeless. But if you feed your brain ideas, inspiration, and knowledge, your thinking expands. Second, take small daily action. You don't need to change your entire life today. Just take one step, one skill, one improvement, one action that moves you forward. Momentum is powerful. Third, refuse to quit during the difficult phase. Every success story has a moment when everything looks impossible. Most people quit there. But the people who keep going are the ones who eventually win. The hidden truth about rock bottom feels like the end. But for many people, it becomes the beginning. Because when everything falls apart, clarity appears. You start seeing what really matters. You start realizing how much potential you ignored. And you start understanding something powerful. Your circumstances do not define you. Your decisions do. Some people stay at rock bottom forever. Others use it as the foundation for something extraordinary. The difference is not luck. The difference is mindset. Powerful conclusion right now: somewhere in the world, someone is sitting in a tiny room, with almost no money, with people doubting them, with obstacles everywhere. But inside their mind, something is shifting. They are deciding not to quit. They are deciding to take responsibility. They are deciding to keep learning. And one day, that person will become successful, not because their life was easy, but because their mindset was powerful. And the most important truth is this: that person could be you. Your past does not control your future. Your failures do not define your potential. And your current situation does not determine where you will end up. The only thing that matters is the decision you make today. To think bigger, to act stronger, to keep going when others stop. Because the journey from rock bottom to millionaire doesn't start with money. It starts with a mindset. And that mindset can begin right now. Like and subscribe for more content.